Okay, so you want to get right to the good stuff.
Right.
You want to learn something, but you want to do it quick and easy, no messing around.
I think everyone kind of wants that, right?
Yeah. And today we're diving into the fishing world, specifically the fishing scene of Southwest Florida.
Awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to talk about this.
Now, when most people think of Southwest Florida fishing, they're probably thinking beaches and, beautiful water, warm weather.
Right, the typical Florida stuff.
Exactly. But we're going to go deeper, right? Because this area is known for something very specific.
Right.
It's called the Tarpon Coast.
Yeah, and it's more than just a name. It's like this legendary stretch of coastline.
Right from Boca Grande Pass up to Charlotte Harbor, Pine Island, all those amazing waterways.
It's a serious fishing paradise.
And what really got us interested in doing a deep dive on this was a guy named Brock Horner and his company, Tarpon Coast Fishing Charters.
Yeah, he's a local legend down there.
Right. So our mission today is to unpack what makes this guy tick, what makes his charter special, and why is this area so darn good for fishing?
It all comes back to the Tarpon Coast, right?
Oh, yeah. Speaking of tarpon,
Huh.
have you ever seen one of these things jump out of the water?
Oh, it's incredible. They call him the Silver King for a reason. I mean, these fish are huge, powerful, and they put on an acrobatic show that is just out of this world.
Yeah, I've heard they can get over 6 feet long.
Oh, yeah, easily. And they can weigh well over 100 pounds, sometimes even more.
Wow, that's a serious fish.
Yeah, but don't think it's all about tarpon down there. We'll also talk about the other amazing fish you can catch in this area.
Right, like snook, redfish, trout even permit sometimes.
And if you head offshore, there's a whole other world of species like grouper, snapper, kingfish, you name it.
Okay, so let's back up a bit. What is it about the Tarpon Coast specifically that makes it such a mecca for anglers?
Well, it's the ecosystem, right? It's this really unique combination of different environments all smashed together.
Okay, so what do you mean by that?
So picture this. You've got these intricate estuaries.
Wait, estuaries? What are those again?
Oh, yeah. So estuaries are these brackish water zones where the salt water from the Gulf meets the fresh water from rivers flowing in from the land.
Okay, so it's like a mix.
Yeah, exactly. And this mixing creates a super nutrient-rich environment which attracts all sorts of life, bait fish, shrimp, crabs.
And then these estuaries are lined with mangrove forests, right?
Yeah, exactly. Those mangroves are like fish nurseries.
Yeah.
They provide shelter for juvenile fish and tons of food.
So it's like a perfect habitat.
It's like fish heaven. And then right outside these estuaries, you have access to the vast expanse of the Gulf of Mexico.
Oh, yeah. So you've got these shallow seagrass flats teeming with life oyster bars scattered all over the place. And then you've got these deep channels cutting through it all.
Right. So you've got this incredible variety of habitats all within close proximity to each other. And that's why the fishing is so good.
So basically, no matter what kind of fish you're after, there's a good chance you can find it somewhere along the Tarpon Coast.
Pretty much. And the best part is because of this diverse ecosystem, the fishing isn't limited to just a few months out of the year.
So you're saying there's always something biting?
Almost. Yeah, there's virtually always some kind of fish in season along the Tarpon Coast.
Now let's talk about this Brock Horner guy. Why is he such a big deal in the Tarpon Coast fishing scene?
Well, first off, he's incredibly knowledgeable about these waters. Like I said, he's a local legend.
Okay, but how did he get that reputation? You mentioned we couldn't find a big long bio online.
Yeah, that's right. It's not like he's some kind of internet celebrity or anything.
So how do we know he's the real deal?
His reputation comes from years of experience on the water and the word of mouth from the countless anglers he's taken out fishing.
Okay, so testimonials and stuff?
Exactly. If you look at reviews for Tarpon Coast fishing charters, you'll see people raving about his expertise.
So it's like his knowledge is passed down through the anglers he's guided?
Yeah. He's known for being able to put people on fish consistently and for being really good at teaching people how to fish these waters.
Okay, so it's not just about him catching the fish. It's about helping his clients catch the fish.
Exactly. He wants his clients to have a successful and enjoyable experience, and that means learning along the way.
So I'm guessing this guy spent a ton of time on these waters.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, think about it. To gain that level of expertise, you have to be out there day after day, year after year, learning the nuances of the tides, the seasons, the different spots.
Yeah, that's not something you can learn from a book.
Not at all. This is like real-world, hands-on experience, feeling the changes in the water, observing fish behavior.
So it's safe to say he knows these waterways like the back of his hand.
Oh, yeah, for sure. He probably knows those channels, those flats, those passes better than most people know the streets in their own neighborhood.
And it's not just about knowing where to go. right?
Yeah.
It's about understanding the fish themselves
That's a huge part of it, knowing what they feed on, what kind of structure they like to hang around, how they react to different tides and weather patterns.
and how to actually get them to bite.
Right, that's the art of fishing right there.
Yeah.
Knowing what bait or lure to use, how to present it, how to work it to trigger a strike.
And a good captain also has to be aware of the bigger picture, right? Like conservation and all that.
Absolutely, someone like Brock Horner, who's made his life on these waters, he understands the importance of sustainability.
So like following the regulations, respecting size limits, catch and release when appropriate, all that stuff.
Exactly. It's about protecting the fishery for future generations, making sure these amazing fish are around for everyone to enjoy.
Okay, so let's say I'm interested in booking a charter with this guy's company, Tarpon Coast Fishing Charters. What can I expect?
Well, first off, they offer a variety of different trips. They cater to different skill levels, different
So
interests.
like what kind of options are we talking?
Well, you can do like a half-day trip if you just want a quick taste of the action, or you can go for a full day if you're really serious about putting in the time.
And I'm guessing they do multi-day trips too for the hardcore anglers.
Oh, yeah, for sure. They can even customize trips based on your specific targets or if you have a group with mixed experience levels.
So you're telling me they can accommodate a family with kids who've never fished before?
Yeah, they're all about making fishing accessible to everyone, creating a fun and memorable experience regardless of your skill level.
Okay, so let's say I book a typical tarpon fishing charter. Walk me through what that day might look like.
Right, so you'll meet up with Captain Horner, one of his experienced guides at the marina, bright and early.
Gotta get out there before the sun gets too high.
Exactly. Beat the heat. They'll have the boat all prepped and ready to go, with all the top of the line gear, rods, reels, tackle bait, everything you need.
So I don't have to worry about lugging all my own stuff down there.
Nope. They take care of all that. Just show up ready to fish.
Nice. So then you head out to the fishing grounds.
Right. And this is where the captain's local knowledge really shines. They know exactly where to go based on the tides, the time of year, the recent fishing reports.
And are you primarily targeting tarpon on these trips?
Well, tarpon are the main attraction, but depending on the season and what's biting, you might also go after other species.
Okay, like what else might we be fishing for?
Snooks are a popular target. They love to hang out around those mangrove roots.
Oh yeah, those guys are fun to catch. They put up a good fight.
Yeah, and redfish are another favorite. You often find them tailing in the shallow flats.
Oh yeah, tailing redfish, that's a sight to see.
And then there's spotted sea trout. They're a bit more elusive, but they're delicious to eat.
So it's like a mixed bag depending on the day.
Exactly. And if the conditions are right and you're up for an adventure, they might even take you offshore.
Okay, so like what kind of fish are we talking about offshore?
Oh man, offshore, you've got grouper snapper, amberjack, kingfish cobia. There's a whole different world out there.
Wow, so it sounds like there's no shortage of options.
Not at all. And the captain will guide you every step of the way. They'll show you the best techniques for each species, give you tips on casting, retrieving, setting the hook.
So even if I'm a complete novice, I'm not going to feel lost out there.
Not at all. These guys are pros. They love to teach people about fishing.
And they're using good equipment, right? I mean, you mentioned top-of-the-line gear.
Yeah, they'll have high-quality rods and reels specifically chosen for the type of fishing you're doing.
And I imagine they're using strong line and good hooks, too, because these fish can be pretty powerful.
Oh, yeah. You need to be prepared for a battle, especially if you hook into a big tarpon or a feisty snook.
Now, what about the boat itself? Is it like a big fancy yacht?
Not necessarily. I mean, it's going to be a comfortable and safe boat that's well maintained and properly equipped for fishing.
So, like, what kind of features are we talking?
Well, it'll have all the necessary safety gear, life jackets, flares, a VHF radio, all the essentials.
And I'm guessing it'll have a fish finder, too, so you can actually find the fish.
Oh, yeah. A good fish finder is essential these days. Helps you locate structure bait fish, and of course the fish themselves.
And I imagine it'll have a decent-sized live well to keep the bait fresh.
Yeah, you got to keep those baits lively if you want to attract the big ones.
Okay, so the boat is all set. The gear is good. The captain is knowledgeable. What else makes a great fishing charter experience?
Well, a lot of it comes down to the captain's personality and their ability to connect with their clients.
So, like, are they friendly? Are they patient? Are they good at explaining things?
Exactly. You want someone who's passionate about fishing,
Yeah.
someone who enjoys sharing their knowledge, and someone who can create a positive and fun atmosphere on the boat.
Yeah, nobody wants to be stuck on a boat with a grumpy captain.
For sure, it's all about having a good time and making memories. Even if the fishing is slow, you still want to enjoy the experience.
Now, you've mentioned local knowledge a few times, and I think that's really key here. Can you explain why that's so important in the Tarpon Coast?
Sure. So Imagine you're going fishing in a place you've never been before. You don't know the tides, the currents, the best spots.
Yeah, you'd be kind of lost.
Exactly. You might catch a few fish here and there, but you're not going to be consistently successful, you know?
It's like trying to navigate a city without a map.
Exactly, and that's where local knowledge comes in. Someone like Captain Horner. He spent years studying these waters. He knows the ins and outs. He knows the fish behavior. He knows how to adapt to changing conditions.
So it's like having a cheat code for fishing.
In a way, yeah, it gives you a huge advantage. You're not just out there blindly casting, you're fishing with purpose.
Okay, so break down some of the key aspects of local knowledge that make a difference here.
All right, well, first off, there's understanding the seasonal patterns of the fish.
Oh, yeah, because different fish are going to be around at different times of the year.
Exactly. You need to know when the tarpons are migrating through, when the snook are spawning, when the redfish are schooling up.
So you're saying Captain Horner knows, like, the calendar of the fish?
Pretty much, yeah. He knows when and where to find each species based on the time of year.
And what about the tides? How do those play a role?
Tides are crucial in this environment. They dictate how the water flows, how the bait fish move, and where the predatory fish are likely to be feeding.
So like a rising tide might push bait fish into a certain area, and the snook will be waiting to ambush them.
Exactly. Good captain will be able to read the tides and position the boat in the right spot at the right time.
Okay, and what about water clarity?
Oh.
I imagine that can change a lot.
Oh, yeah. Especially in Florida, you can have clear water one day, and then a storm rolls through, and it's all murky the next.
So how do you adjust to that?
Well, you might need to change your bait or your fishing technique or even move to a different spot.
It's like a constant game of adaptation.
Exactly. You have to be able to read the water and adjust accordingly, and that's where experience really comes into play.
And I imagine navigating these waters can be tricky too, right?
Oh, yeah. There are tons of shallow flats,
Yeah.
sandbars, oyster bars, channels. It's a maze out there.
So you need to know where you're going.
Yeah, one wrong turn and you could end up stuck or worse.
So it's like having a local guide is essential.
Pretty much, they know the safe routes, they know the shortcuts, they know how to get around efficiently.
And then there's knowing the actual spots where the fish like to hang out.
That's the holy grail right there, knowing where to find those honey holes, those hidden gems where the fish are concentrated.
So like what kind of spots are we talking?
Well, it could be anything from a specific mangrove point to a drop-off along a channel to a patch of seagrass that's holding bait fish.
So it's like a combination of knowing the terrain,
Mhm.
the fish behavior, and just having that sixth sense of where they're going to be.
Exactly. It's an art form. It takes years of observation and trial and error to really master it.
Now let's talk about reputation, because we know Captain Horner has a stellar one.
Hmm.
How do you build that kind of reputation in the charter fishing world?
It's all about consistency and exceeding expectations.
So like what are the key ingredients?
Well, first and foremost, you have to be able to consistently put your clients on fish. That's what they're paying for.
Makes sense. They want to catch something.
Exactly. But it's more than just numbers. It's about creating a positive and memorable experience for each and every client.
So like what contributes to that?
Well, professionalism is huge. Being on time, being organized, being prepared, having a clean and well-maintained boat.
Right. First impressions matter.
Absolutely. And then there's customer service. Being friendly, patient, helpful, answering questions, offering advice.
It's like being a good host.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You want your clients to feel welcome and valued.
And I imagine being a good teacher is important too.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Especially for those who are new to fishing or new to these waters. You want to be able to explain things clearly and patiently.
So it's not just about catching fish. It's about sharing your knowledge and passion for fishing.
Exactly. It's about creating a learning experience, empowering your clients to become better anglers.
And of course, you have to have good equipment.
Absolutely. You can't skimp on the rods, reels, line, tackle. All that stuff needs to be top-notch.
Right. You don't want your gear failing on you when you hook into a big fish.
Exactly. That's a surefire way to ruin a trip.
And I'm guessing being ethical and promoting conservation is important too.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Following the rules, respecting size limits, practicing catch and release when appropriate.
So it's about being a responsible steward of the fishery.
Exactly. It's about protecting the resource for the long haul.
Now let's zoom out a bit and talk about the bigger picture. How important is fishing to Southwest Florida as a whole?
It's huge. I mean, fishing is deeply ingrained in the culture and the economy of this region.
So like how does it impact the economy?
Well, think about all the businesses that rely on fishing tourism.
Okay, so like Hotels, restaurants, bait shops, marinas.
Exactly. And then there's all the jobs associated with those businesses, from
Mhm.
hotel staff to restaurant servers to charter
So
captains.
it's like a whole ecosystem built around fishing.
Exactly. It's a major driver of the local economy, and it brings in tons of revenue.
And charter fishing operations like Tarpon Coast fishing charters are right at the heart of it.
They're a vital part of the tourism industry.
Yeah.
They're providing a service that people are willing to pay for and that money goes back into the community.
But with all this fishing activity, it's important to manage the resource responsibly, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We have to make sure we're not overfishing or damaging the habitat.
So, like, what's being done to ensure the sustainability of the fishery?
Well, there are all sorts of regulations in place, size limits, bag limits, seasonal closures, certain areas are protected.
And there are organizations working on habitat restoration too, right?
Oh, yeah. There are groups dedicated to planting mangroves, restoring oyster reefs, cleaning up pollution, all that stuff.
And hopefully the charter captains are on board with all these efforts.
Well, most of them are. They understand that if they want to keep fishing for a living, they need to protect the resource.
Makes sense. It's in their best interest to be sustainable.
Exactly. They're the ones who are out on the water every day. They see firsthand the impacts of fishing pressure, and they want to be part of the solution.
So to wrap things up, it sounds like Brock Horner and Tarpon Coast fishing charters really represent the best of Southwest Florida fishing.
They do. They embody that combination of skill knowledge, professionalism, and conservation ethic that makes for a truly exceptional fishing experience.
And the Tarpon Coast itself is like a dream destination for anglers of all levels.
It is. It's got everything you could want.
Yeah.
Incredible fishing, beautiful scenery, warm weather, and a rich angling tradition.
So if you're looking for an unforgettable fishing adventure, the Tarpon Coast should be at the top of your list.
And if you're lucky enough to book a charter with Captain Horner, you're in for a real treat.
Well, this has been a fascinating deep dive into the world of Southwest Florida fishing. It's amazing to see how much specialized knowledge goes into creating such a successful and sustainable fishery.
It makes you think, right, about the value of expertise and how it can elevate any experience to a whole new level.
And it makes you wonder what other hidden pockets of knowledge are out there waiting to be discovered. What other fields or professions require that same level of dedication and passion.
That's something to ponder for sure. What other local experts are out there quietly shaping the world in their own unique ways?
Well, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive. But hopefully, this has sparked your curiosity and given you a newfound appreciation for the intricate and rewarding world of fishing.
Go out there, explore, discover, and always remember to respect the resource.
And who knows, maybe you'll even get a chance to experience the magic of the Tarpon Coast for yourself someday.
Tight lines, everyone.
Until next time.
Happy fishing.
Today is your lucky day. Today is the day that our $3 website works for you, paying you directly to your PayPal daily. Imagine $3 ongoing continuous payments to your PayPal account. Imagine falling asleep and waking up to $300 in your PayPal account. How would this make you feel? How could this help you? What bills could you pay? What kind of fun could you have? What does that retirement look like now? All for a one-time payment of $3. This website is DFY done for you, fully built and completely hosted, and never stops collecting payments for you. You have spent $3 on coffee on a regular, but that coffee won't help you create multiple streams of income. Click the link below.